What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we go over Michigan's new offense as it will feature more explosive plays, as a couple Michigan players talked about it, including wide receiver Semaj Morgan, as he thinks it will definitely surprise some fans. He also talked about, the new and improved wide receiver room, why it's a night and day difference, and also Benjamin Hall talks about why the running backs will be more involved in the passing game. He also give an update on the linebacker room, as Brian Jean Mary talked about the linebackers, standout players, freshmen impressing, and also J.B. Brown talks about the special teams, as he talked about punt coverage, returners, Dominic Zvada hitting a 60-yarder and more. And we also talk a little bit about some more departures for the Wolverines to the transfer portal. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so to begin this video, I did want to talk about the Michigan offense, what a couple players said to the media about the Michigan offense and new offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey, as obviously Michigan's offense looking to be a lot more explosive this upcoming season. We're gonna see the new look offense on Saturday in the spring game, and even sophomore tight end Hogan Hansen, in his own words, he said it's a lot of creative ways to get our playmakers the ball. Offense is going to feature a lot more screen passes, choice routes, and Hansen said it's been awesome just seeing him install it and us go out, practice, and execute, and seeing the results after he goes through that install for 30 minutes. He said it just gives us faith, and it's really special to see how the offense is taking off this spring. Wide receiver Semaj Morgan spoke to the media a few days ago, and even he said that, as far as the Michigan fans, he said, I think they will be surprised, and they should be, to be honest with you. He said it might be a little different than tradition, but it's going to be great for us. He said we always run a lot, to be honest, but this year it's not really a secret. Coach Lindsey, where he came from, his history, he passed a lot where he came from, and Coach Lindsey, he brought in a whole lot of new concepts and things that we like and that will fit us. And he said, I just advise everybody to watch out. He said that definitely more 11 personnel with one running back, one tight end, 3 receivers, and from the receiver position, it just really gives us a chance to showcase what we can do and what we all know we can do. And he just said about his first impressions on Chip Lindsey is that I can tell he's a geek at football. The stuff he'd be drawing up and the plays that he's installing and giving to us, he said it's a lot of next level stuff. Semaj Morgan also touched up on some receivers that have been impressive so far in the competition in the wide receiver room. He said that Donovan McCulley, Anthony Simpson, said I just can't wait to see especially what our young guys do and our transfers like McCulley and Simpson. But as far as the whole wide receiver room, he said, I feel like it's night and day, to be honest with you. We are very competitive with this new offense we got, new things we do. It just fits everybody in the room very well, very perfect. And obviously, along with Morgan, the rest of the receivers know that this upcoming season is a chance for them to go out there, make plays, and put their talents on display. It's also going to be exciting to see some of these freshmen step up, like Jamar Browder, Andrew Marsh. They're very talented receivers that could get some playing time. But, first you got veteran players like Donovan McCulley, Semaj Morgan, Frederick Moore, who all 3 of them really have a chance to have a breakout season and potentially their best season of college football, up to this point in their careers. But, along with the wide receivers, the running backs are eyeing an expanded role in Chip Lindsey's offense as well. Benjamin Hall spoke to the media a few days ago. He said that every play should finish with the ball out of the quarterback's hands. We are often the last read, but we're often the most wide open. We're getting checked down a lot. We've got screens in for us, and the biggest thing Coach Lindsey has inspired us to do is just find a way to be open when we need it to be. He said a lot of screens while watching the film of North Carolina's Omarion Hampton, who had 373 receiving yards along with his 1,660 rushing yards in 2024. And he said, he had a good middle screen with him where he kind of flashed to the middle and gets the ball. And there's just a lot of different ways to get the running back the ball in space. That is something I think Michigan could have done a lot more last season is, getting the running backs the ball more, especially Donovan Edwards. There weren't too many screen plays, and obviously the play calling could have been, a lot better and all that. There also could have been, better blocking and better quarterback play last season as well. But this upcoming season, expect the running backs to be utilized a lot more. Benjamin Hall also talked about his improvements heading into the 2025 season. He said he ended up slimming down a little bit, dropped down to about 220, who was listed at 235. But he said he's just been working on getting better at ball and trying to be the best I can be for this team. He also did recently change his jersey number from number 28 to number 7. He says 7 has always kind of been my favorite number and a great running back who wore before me, so just doing whatever I can to carry on that legacy. And we do got some more news from linebackers coach Brian Jean-Mary and special teams coach J.B. Brown, or I should say special teams coordinator, which we'll get to, but I did want to mention some transfer portal departures coming for the Wolverines. As it was recently announced, Michigan cornerback Jaden McBurrows does plan to enter the NCAA transfer portal. Appeared in 19 games during his Michigan career. Obviously had a lot of injuries throughout his career, and also just really didn't get to be a starting cornerback or anything. He was a great depth piece, though. Obviously there's a lot of competition in that room currently right now, though. And then also another player who does plan to enter the transfer portal is the linebacker Jason Hewlett, a former 4-star linebacker from the state of Ohio in the 2023 class. Obviously the linebacker room, another stacked room as well for the Wolverines, so best of luck to both of them. Spring transfer portal window going to be opening up very soon here, as it'll be opening up on Wednesday. Michigan should be a player, but they're also set to lose some players as well. They also gotta meet the 105 players, which is the player limit now here in college football. But let's go ahead and talk about what linebackers coach Brian Jean-Mary said to the media today. First, on linebacker Deshaun Barham, he said that I thought he got better and better as the year went on. Said he's been playing lights out this spring and playing even more faster and physical, as Michigan does plan to use him as both a linebacker and an edge rusher more this upcoming season. As Brian Jean-Mary said that he is a dynamic blitzer, and he said that he's also been making steps to becoming a more of a complete player this spring, but so far he's been really impressing. He also said that linebacker Ernest Hausman has become a leader of the defense and really embraced that role as guys look up to him both on and off the field. He also said that freshman linebacker Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng has been good, if not better than advertised this spring. He said when you watch him, you can see his explosiveness and his speed. Obviously, Owusu-Boateng was a very top-rated recruit from IMG Academy. That was a big get for the Wolverines. He also did say that transfer linebacker from Georgia, Troy Bowles, said that he has been out but will be good by fall camp. And then also freshman Chase Taylor has been doing really good this spring. He said they both got bright futures speaking on Owusu-Boateng and Chase Taylor. And then also he spoke on linebacker Jimmy Rolder, as he said that he is their third guy at the position, and he will be playing a much bigger role in this defense this upcoming season. He's been a guy that's just been waiting his turn. We saw him a little bit more on display last season, but now obviously with Deshaun Barham looking to play a little bit more edge, he potentially could be getting a lot more playing time. He's also dealt with injuries in the past, though, so as long as he can stay healthy, he can be a very great linebacker here at Michigan. And then the special teams coordinator J.B. Brown did say that they got to get better at punt coverage this season. He also said Jordan Marshall will be one of the guys back in return. Andrew Marsh, Semaj Morgan, and Amarion Stewart have all been practicing there. He did say that he feels good about the punter spot. They might, try to still bring in more depth. Again, though, punters are very hard to find in college football. He also said Dominic Zvada has hit a 60-yarder this spring. He also said he feels with wind behind his back, he could attempt even further than that in a game. He did say that Marlon Klein would probably be the backup punter right now. Obviously, he kicked in high school. We've talked a little bit about him playing the punter position but again, they will look to bring in another punter to the room, potentially through the portal. And also, he said that Dominic Zvada can throw the ball and has practiced throwing it. So very interesting there. Watch out for that potentially. But with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Just wanted to talk about what some players said, some coaches said here about spring ball. And obviously, we got the spring game coming up this Saturday. Free admission, won't be televised until the following Saturday though. But that is when we will get to see, this new look offense, Michigan's potential, again, dominant defense this upcoming season on display for the first time is this Saturday. So absolutely cannot wait. And with that, that's going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more. If you are new around here, I greatly appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.